Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and as you guys can see, I've I've had some issues with the frames per second and the FPS and the lighting. The one thing about this lighting is I get kind of more orange when I put my hand up, but I've been working on all my settings, and I think everything looks pretty good. I think I look pretty good. I think this will probably be, honestly, this should be the most high quality videos I've probably ever made. You know, we'll see. We'll see with the audio. I'm still working a little on my audio, but I think visually, I think I'm done. I think if everything comes out right with this video, the frames per second should be back to where they should be. 30 FPS should be working again, and then I think visually I should look really clear, really good. So yeah, I've been messing with these settings a lot, and it's been rough in the short term, but in the long term, I think the video quality is only gonna just be much better. So we're doing Steins Gate 0, episodes 4 to 6. Really excited to do this reaction. I've been waiting to do Steins Gate 0 again for a long time. We got that introduction. We got an interesting kind of profile of Okabe's mental state and how it relates to the Amadeus project, and Kurisu being the Amadeus kind of like, she's basically the AI. The AI was adapted based on the knowledge that they had of Makase Kurisu's brain, basically. And it's really interesting because it ties back in a lot of narrative strings from the original Steins Gate anime. And it'll be very interesting to see where this goes. And I can't wait. I mean, because Steins Gate, obviously, it's probably my favorite anime of all time. It probably comes down to Steins Gate and Neon Genesis Evangelion. I think those are the two. You know, I mean, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood deserves a mention. Code Geass, Gurren Lagann. You know, there's a lot of shows. There's a couple others that probably deserve mention. But, you know, as far as my favorite anime of all time, it probably comes down to Evangelion and Steins Gate. And so, obviously, I come into Steins Gate 0 with so much hype. And so far, it's been really interesting. And I've had a lot of fun with the storylines and that they've done with Steins Gate. I've had a lot of fun with the narrative of Steins Gate and really what they're doing with the show. And, yeah, I'm really excited to do another reaction with you guys. We do have the, let's get a good angle, yeah, there you go. We do have the Dr. Pepper, so that is locked and loaded. I'm really excited to have some Dr. Pepper with my Steins Gate, and yeah, we're going to crack this bad boy open in a second. I have some water, too. I'm just going to drink the one can of Dr. Pepper, and then when we finish the Dr. Pepper, we will transition to water for the rest of the reaction. I've been trying not to drink a whole lot of soda lately. I mean, I don't drink a ton, but I do drink more than you should anyways. And I've been kind of trying to conserve it, but I do have, I think, I still have quite a few Dr. Peppers, so I'll make sure to have at least one for each Steins Gate video, maybe two if I'm feeling frisky. But yeah, you know, it'll be really fun, and you gotta have the Dr. Pepper with the Steins Gate. I know there was the one video, I think, where I did it without, but yeah, you know, it's just the meme now. I have to have a Dr. Pepper every Steins Gate video, so yeah, this will be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and I don't really have much else to say. This is just one of those cases where we'll just have to jump in and see how it goes. So I think that looks about right. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I put my hand up, my face gets orange, and then I look really white here. But I mean, just generally, you can see me really well. I think the color balance is okay. I could maybe mess with it, but at this point, I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. So it should, if everything comes out the way it should, then everything should be great. So let's jump into episode 4 of Steins Gate 0. This is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to see... Wait, I just need to check to make sure. Just check something. Just checking the subtitles really quick. Okay, I did check the subtitles. Okay, so we have turned the subtitles off. Yep, we have English, so everything looks like it is ready to go. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyways, let's jump in to... Also, I just realized this entire time it was only recording audio through one. Oh, that's going to be... Wait, so if I do this... Right, so... Oh, wait. Oh, god damn it. Hmm. Oh, okay, there it goes. There it goes. All right, so now I finally have voice, so I can probably figure that out in editing. Anyways, let's jump in to Steins Gate Zero, Episode 4. I have no idea what the title is, and let's check it out in 3, 2, 1, and play. Oh, is this like World War III? Is this the future?
We're almost in Irma Garrison.
Irma Garrison. Interesting. So yeah, this is like the post-apocalyptic future. It's interesting because Steins Gate Zero has been showing a decent bit of the post-apocalyptic future. We saw it in episode 1 as well. Is that Kurisu? Holy shit, is that, that looked like, what's her name? Suzuha. Kurisu. Does that go back to the shot from episode 1 with them and Mayuri? Jesus! So they have to protect Okabe to save the world. Oh, was that like a weird reading Steiner moment?
We were damn lucky to get you to the base alive and well,
Oh,
Mr. Okabe.
oh no, this is the future.
Hold on. Where exactly am I? And what happened to my friends?
They're all dead. Oh, the phone. Oh shit.
Go ahead.
This is going to be another phone call from himself. Yeah, we got some weird reading Steiner bullshit. And it was all just a dream. But was it really a dream? It was almost definitely not a dream. Wow.
Is that just a dream?
No. You know better. Alright, let's crack open the,
plans to change anymore.
Well. Time for the OP! Point of it. Man! You guys know how hyped I get over Steins Gate, man. When we watched the first 3 episodes of Zero, like, oh, I got so hyped over this OP. I knew I would. I knew whatever they did for the OP, it would be crazy, and the lyrics, of course, and all the original songs for this franchise, whether the VN, the anime, or in many cases, songs that I believe appear in both. I can't wait to play the visual novels. There's a good chance that my first true foray into gaming will be the Steins Gate VNs. It's probably either going to be Ace Attorney, Danganronpa, or Steins Gate. Those are the most likely first proper forays into gaming. Come alight and give birth to Zero. Wonderful new world. God, it's weird seeing all of them in the outfits, but, well, the characters we know. Not the new ones like her. You know, the characters we know from the original series.
Well, was I just reading Steiner?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Where are we?
We're on the roof of your lab, dummy. What's wrong with you? You left the Christmas party and came... Hey!
Yeah, the Christmas party was,
I left her. How could I?
Yep, he's going back into his insanity about my area, yep. Well, that's a way to make everything awkward there, Okabe. But don't worry, this is the Steins Gate Zero. Oh,
There
God,
you
the
are,
music.
Green. When Maho comes back, then we can start the present exchange.
Oh. That is fucking brutal. A Stray Sheep. Oh, that's a title. That's an interesting title. That doesn't feel like a Steins Gate title, but it's very fitting for what's going on. It feels a little not... It doesn't feel scientific mumbo-jumbo-y enough. Oh my god, that dress. What? If Okabe put that on, I would die.
Ridiculous.
Oh. You're into that?
Ah! Got him.
Not. I fared poorly in the gift exchange.
Why don't you give it to Maho then? Tell her to wear it for you.
Sexual harassment? No thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think she might enjoy it.
Damn. It's weird because
You're not
Kurisu
me?
would totally say that.
For hanging up on you on the roof. You were still talking.
Sure. But you called me back immediately and apologized. Don't you remember?
That's... Oh, he doesn't remember.
I called her right back. Why do I have no recollection of
Oh shit. Interesting. So he's legit. He's legitimately like forgetting shit. See, this is interesting because this is something that I expected to see more of in the original Steins Gate timeline in the original series. Was I was expecting memory lapses because when you start to, especially when you get into like the second half of Steins Gate, especially like in that like around that like post episode 12, especially when he was just going back to see Mayuri over and over again infinite times. Obviously, he was scarred by all the different like Mayuri deaths and stuff, but I was wondering if he would like forget a lot of his like normal memories because he was dealing with this shit so much that he was obviously going through a lot of bullshit and he didn't know what was going on and he was just getting fucked up by it. So I was wondering if that was going to happen more, and it doesn't seem like that was the case. So it's interesting that now with all of his timeline bullshit and reading Steiner and all that, Steins Gate stuff, that's actually seemingly fucking up at least his short-term memory a little bit, at least like the immediate stuff that he did in those moments. So that's very interesting, and I'm curious to see where that'll go. So let's continue. Actually, let me run it back a couple seconds.
Why do I have no recollection of that?
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying, though, from Okabe's perspective, for sure.
Sorry we kept you waiting.
We were on a call from America and the connection was awful. I think they had a weak signal. It took much longer than expected. Maho and I are both very sorry for keeping you out so late and on Christmas Eve to boot. Apologies.
No worries.
You took us to a party and we repay you by making you wait.
Those crayons you got are adorable, Professor.
What's that, Maho?
Oh, this is the present I got from Sheena in the gift exchange.
So, are you going to show us what you got tonight, Rintaro?
Well,
Don't be embarrassed. Show them.
Quiet, you. Hanging up.
Looks like you and Amadeus are on quite friendly terms already.
Yeah, judging by her tone, she sure warmed up to you.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it
it
seems all
seems...
our hopes and expectations might come true after all. That's great.
I'm sorry?
He's being romantic. The professor has this weird obsession with her falling in love with you. It's a bit awkward if you ask me.
Wow.
Falling in love? But she's an AI.
Amadeus is a system that preserves a person's memories.
Sure.
It strives to create a highly accurate model of the neural network.
Sure.
In other words,
If they were
Process and
compatible.
framework are the same.
Amadeus should be able to love, no question about it. But Maho thinks that prospect is a bit awkward.
Yes, it's very awkward and
Granted,
super
Even
interesting.
if we could prove she was capable of love.
There's a couple of
Amadeus
cases
would
of that
never
in
be
real
a
life,
true
actually.
Maho, don't tell me you're getting jealous of our AI.
Wow. This weird, like, Maho versus Amadeus for Okabe's heart is a really interesting thing, given how neither of them
Must have
existed
gotten
in the
along
original
well in real
series.
life. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened.
That's
She
true.
never would have opened up to you as quickly as she has.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because
So,
they fought
how
most of the
close
time,
were
but
you?
that's what was
Was
great.
she your lover or something sweet like that? You're right, fat chance.
Well, they did kiss, and it seemed like they fucked once.
I met her at the seminar.
You already told me that much.
Yep.
Can't be the whole story.
There is a lot more. I think I should have kissed. Oh, the hugs. God, she was thinking about Einstein. I'll never get over that. It was like the best kiss in anime history.
I wanted to know that side of her. It's a side I never saw.
Mm.
Of course.
After all that time I spent with her, I feel like I don't know who she really was. I don't
Aw.
even know her favorite books or movies.
Damn.
I know next to nothing.
She was a nerd. We know that for sure.
Jesus.
Damn. You about to take off some clothes, Maha? That'd be...
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you all stayed till the end. Meow.
She is an adult after all. It's all good.
Stuff. Why don't we head to May Queen for some tea? Like right now?
But the city is crawling with
I thought it was
dragons
Queen
this
Maze.
night.
Who cares?
Not May Queen.
We've got strength in numbers. No one can mess with us. That's right. Yeah, and we've got Ruka.
Yeah.
Sorry. I
Nothing
can't.
beats Ruka.
There's a guest coming to stay at our house tonight, and I have to be there to help.
Oh.
Seriously? They're coming
Interesting.
over on Christmas? Yeah. It's some guest of my father's. My dad really wants me to be there. I wish I could, my own.
Fair enough.
It's been such a long time since everyone came to the lab. I had a wonderful night with you guys. Speaking of which, where did Hashida go? Oh, Taru told
yeah.
me that he needed to talk to Suzuha about something important. Yeah, he did mention a family meeting earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She said these are made of something I've never heard of called wool. They're a lot warmer than I thought they'd be.
Wow. Doesn't know what wool is.
Don't you like your gift? Now you can take Mom out on a date.
On a date?
Watching you two together is absolutely terrifying.
You barely even talked to her at the party.
How could I with you guys watching? I would need Han Solo levels of charm to pull off that kind of feat.
Han Solo levels of charm.
Anyway, you
Wow,
wanted to
that was
talk?
just straight up
You
Star
didn't pass
Wars.
up May Queen for nothing.
There's something that's been bothering me for a while now.
His hat looks so weird.
Suzuha, I want you to look me in the eyes and answer this honestly. What are you up to?
Up to?
You haven't been around the lab or the radio building very much at all lately. What have you been doing?
Nothing really.
Whenever you say it's nothing, that's how I know it's definitely something.
It's weird hearing him talk like that.
I promise it's safe with me.
Interesting.
I've been searching for someone.
For who?
Oh. Here we
The girl
go.
who traveled here in the time machine with me from the future.
A what?
Thing is, we got split up.
Wait, what?
It happened here in Akihabara in 1998.
Oh!
She said that?
Uh-huh.
The girl was 10 years old when they were separated.
Why did a
They're
10-year...
22 now if she's still alive.
Suzuha keeps saying she should move on. But whenever she's traveled through time, she picks up
Two.
the search again. She was just about to give up the search for good when she stumbled across this picture on the internet. She said the girl had been wearing something like this.
And Suzuha's been searching for this mystery kid on her own. What's the girl's name, anyway? She told you, right?
Oh. Wait, is it...
Kaguri Shiina.
Sheena? Are you serious?
Mayushi's daughter.
What?
Father!
No, stop. The girl's not her biological daughter. She's a war orphan who Mayushi adopted, or will adopt.
It's a war orphan Mayuri adopts. That's the girl that looks like Kurisu. The redhead. I'm not going crazy, right? Episode 1, like at the beginning. Oh my god, we're gonna have a Kurisu here. This girl's literally gonna look like Kurisu. It's Mayuri's adopted daughter, who is going to be Kurisu's daughter, because Kurisu is dead, and I assume Okabe's dead. So we're talking probably Kurisu and Okabe's kid. Whoa. That explains that. Why in the world? Why the fuck? I will say that's weird. Like, why in the world did she come with? Was it to, like, give her a better life and, like, just leave her back there? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
in the future.
Damn.
Quite the development.
Yeah.
According to Suzuha, in the year 2036, police groups called peacekeeping squads
Yep.
are after Mayushi and me for trying to develop a time machine.
Makes sense.
Dad!
Just forget about us. The peacekeepers.
What the hell? Did he get
After her.
thin?
Suzuha! Take Kaguri with you. If that's what you want, I'll take her.
Holy shit! Look at freaking Daru!
I'm not coming, I won't go either, Mommy! No!
Oh.
Alright, I promise you.
Oh my god!
Suzuha will be with you the whole time. I want to be with you, Mommy! Oh, no!
Jesus Christ. That is...
After that, Suzuha went back in time. First she went to 1975, then 1998, and then 2010. They got separated from each other in 1998.
So she's 22 now.
Listen, Okarine.
Or 23.
You think you can help? We've got to find this girl.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's a lot to ask, and you're still...
Of course.
All right, I'll help.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Okabe, yep. Okabe has a weird relationship with his past right now.
Rages on.
Yeah.
A child loses her parents, and Mayuri adopts the war orphan in spite of it all. 25 years, Mayuri.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then there's that.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was.
It really was a world line shift and not some episode. That means someone out there has created a device similar to the phone wave.
Yep.
Perhaps...
The Japanese government has reached out, but so far Russia has not returned Nakabachi, who defected last fall.
Did you need something?
No, but I am interested to hear your...
He did make it to Russia,
I'm sorry, am I bothering
which of
you?
course causes
Of course
the...
not.
Which is one of the
Conversing with you is always
World War
beneficial
III
for me.
things.
So, what do you need?
How would you go about locating a missing person who was last seen 12 years ago? What method would you use?
I need more detail.
Well, I have no further details.
Wow.
That makes it difficult to form an opinion.
Of course.
The best advice I have is to go to the police.
Yeah, you're right.
Though, judging by that face, you can't do that. Check the
Mm-hmm.
newspapers or hire a private investigator.
In America, sometimes they use dowsing rods and psychics.
If you want to be on one of
Yeah,
those true
no.
crime TV shows, I'm sure the professor could help.
Wow.
Just spitballing.
Wow. That's adorable.
Makise Kurisu was murdered.
Oh, he's forgetting.
I'm sorry. I have to go now.
He's having those moments where he's feeling like he's talking to Kurisu, not Amadeus, as we expected would happen, as we warned would happen.
Problem? Did you ever study?
Oh, talking about Y2K, also Windows 98. That was
This knowledge was never
clever.
made public, but the main culprit in that crisis was this computer, the IBM 5100. That's why I'm using this patch program, to make sure the Y2K problem never happens.
Wow!
If
So that's
you
what
and I are
prevents
from the
Y2K.
future, is it okay to do that?
Wow.
Wouldn't it change the time that we came from, too?
It's something that we must do to reach Steins Gate.
Yep.
I intend to change the future.
She mentions Y2K as one of the
That's right.
divergence
we can't let a
points.
world like the one we came from exist. I'll prevent that.
She mentions the Gulf War, I believe. She mentions Y2K, the invention of the time machine. I can't remember if she mentions any other moments. I have no idea whose face that was. What happened? She freaked out because she saw a gun?
You can't do that. I won't let you do something like that.
Oh, was she chipped?
A voice.
Kokiri!
She was chipped, wasn't she? She was chipped by CERN. Because if you remember in the original series,
Oh, hey, Suzuha.
Find anything?
I finished combing through the police
she was worried that Okabe was actually brainwashed when he made a joke about it.
At all.
On the surface, this world seems so peaceful.
Yep.
But the number of missing and unidentified people says otherwise.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Hey,
fucked
By
up.
the way, Dad, did you talk to Uncle Okarine about this?
He said he would do what he could to help us.
Yes, he
That's a
did.
relief. I'll tell him thanks next time I see him.
Hell
You
yeah.
should. Hearing that might do him a lot of good.
Yeah, he could use any... It's so weird seeing just how depressed Okabe is. Like, we saw, like...
What's this? Ignoring me again?
I was in the library.
My bad. Wow. I have no right to chastise you. It was wrong.
Oh, I bet
so
he'd
sorry.
love for
not that big.
Makase to chastise
No, I don't always
him.
think that way. I hate not admitting when I screw up, so I'm practicing.
Wow.
Why were you in the library anyway?
Differences from
Perusing
Kurisu, for
back
sure.
issues of newspapers from 12 years ago. You know,
Looking for that missing person?
indeed.
What if I did supplementary research?
You have that ability?
Yeah, the base of Amadeus resides on a server in the research facility at Victor Condria University. I'm allowed to use the computers and network for whatever I want, whenever I want.
She can look at porn.
Do you need me to scour the internet for
That's all that matters.
Because I'm game.
Hang on. Is that within the AI moral code?
Well...
It's a gray area.
Look, what people don't know won't hurt them.
Damn! Damn! That's
You're not
terrifying.
doing anything wrong, are you?
The AI is,
It's not.
Okay, I leave it up to you, but I'm down.
The AI is being
What do you
sus.
say?
And I love it, because that tells you that this AI is pretty intelligent after all. Very interesting, very interesting.
Oh, hey, I spotted
Similarly to the original Steins Gate, it is developing slow.
Well, this is an interesting pairing.
Ruka's dad sent us on a quest to pick up a couple of things from the store.
Interesting.
Because my dad has a house guest, and it's going to be more long-term than we thought. We're stocking up.
Oh yeah?
House guest.
That looks pretty heavy. Do you need a hand?
No, I can manage.
God, she's so
Better than it
cute.
looks.
He's so cute,
And I
whatever.
have been swinging my sword.
We're in a
Of
situation
course.
that would be a little bit awkward to ask Ocarine to help us with. In times like these, you'd better just leave it to Ferris.
Thanks anyway, though.
No worries.
Damn.
Hey, didn't both of you grow up around this area?
A girl went missing from here? We'll have to ask Kuroki if he remembers that.
Yeah.
Great.
So this girl went missing more than a decade ago? I'll ask my dad if he remembers.
I'd appreciate it.
Well, we had better get going now.
Right.
Oh. Oh, way to show those heels, though.
If you ever find yourself in trouble, don't sit around making a sad face. Come see Ferris Kitty. I'll make it all better.
Oh, she will make it all better. That, for you, Okabe, she probably would. Ferris is the best, though. She's a bae. I mean, really, all the characters in this show are great.
I see.
The new ones are pretty
So
cool
no
too.
leads on your end.
No, sorry.
Well, thanks for asking around, though.
Oh, but I did hear stories about a ghost with her hair in braids.
A ghost?
It's some sort of urban legend that pops up around here every few years.
Wonder if that's gonna come up.
Area near the radio building.
Oh.
We're getting spooked by the ghost of a girl in braids asking if they've seen another little girl.
Oh, that's freaking Suzuha.
Professor Leskinen?
Interesting. And he's just gone?
I'm telling
Well, that was
you,
really
it's
weird.
Really okay to stop searching.
What the hell?
Thanks anyway.
No. Sure, we don't have any clues, but don't you think it's too soon to give up?
What's going on?
Hey, Ocarine.
I don't want to burden you guys any more than I already have. Kagari was my responsibility. This is my problem.
Don't be an idiot. Any problem a child has is the parent's problem too, noob.
Wow.
Dad.
Calling her a noob.
Did I do okay? Did that sound like something a real dad would tell his spawn?
Until you said, oh,
This
his
is the part where
spawn.
you jump on me and say, I love you, Papa.
You are a
Community
weirdo.
bonds aside, when you're in trouble, you call in the experts. If we're looking for someone, we might as well bring in a specialist to help us find her, right?
No, I disagree. The fewer people involved in this, the better.
Did you have someone in mind, Daru?
Don't you dare underestimate me. I may be a geek, but I'm more resourceful than you think.
Damn.
I'm ahead of the game. I already contacted somebody.
Of course he did.
Speak of the devil. They texted that they could come right over if we want.
Who is it?
Let's give it a shot.
It's got to be someone that we know. Oh, maybe it could be a new
Okay,
character.
They said they're in the vicinity, so they should be here in a second.
That was oddly fast.
Better than oddly slow.
I feel like we're gonna. I feel like I'm about to pop for some character.
Hello there.
Good, you answered. Sorry, but do you have a minute to talk?
Sure, what's up?
Well, Look, I really need to ask your advice about something.
Okay, what's up?
Are you available to meet in person right now?
Right this minute?
Yes.
Oh,
Way over for
she
me.
looks just like
Wait
Kurisu.
until tonight?
Unfortunately, it's urgent, so that won't work.
Sorry, I'll call you back later. Yeah, coming. Hold on.
So Kurisu lookalike. Hey, shiny finger! Uh-oh! You look cute as hell. I like the glasses. I think those are different. Calm down, calm down.
I got your message. I'm Moeka. Moika Kiryu.
Yeah, Moika Kiryu. Can I come in?
Come to me, embrace my kiss, let me guide you down into my
This is a really good theme for Steins Gate, but I can't decide if I feel like this is a really Steins Gate theme or not. Oh, okay. So enter Kiryu Moika. Shining Finger is here. I'm really excited to see her because Shining Finger is great. It's great to see her. So that was episode 4 of Steins Gate. I think of all the episodes so far, I had the least amount to say. This is the type of episode. This is a type of show in general where it's like I'm really glad I wasn't doing Steins Gate 0 as it came out because it's a show that I like to appreciate, and I know this because I've been watching some reactions. Shoutouts to Blind Wave. I've been watching their reactions to Steins Gate, and this is not a show that I'm particularly a huge fan of watching episode by episode, not just through their reactions, watching it, week to week, actually keeping up. Because a lot of reaction series I watch after they're done. Like, I wait until they finish or they've watched a big chunk. Like, for example, Nico B is doing Hunter x Hunter, and I'm, like, way behind on his reactions. Like, I think I watched the first couple, and then I didn't even finish the Hunter exam. I just decided I'd wait until he did more. Now that he's up to he'd be up to the arc that I just finished of Hunter x Hunter. Now that he's up to there, York knew. Now I'll probably start watching his reactions since I have a stockpile of his reactions to go through back to back. And I like to, with a lot of YouTubers, watch like hours. Like, I won't watch YouTubers consistently, besides a few. A lot of them, what I'll do is I'll let content stockpile and then watch them for a few hours or whatever. And that's just preferable. That's, like, how I like to consume content. And that's kind of where you see, like, the YouTube content that I put out on the channel, where I'll record myself watching, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of a show, as opposed to watching single episodes. And I know that if I did single episodes, I could be daily, I could be consistent. Like, I could be consistent all the time, posting, like, each series at one episode a certain day, and I could be consistent that way really easily, but it's just not, preferably, I prefer to have multiple episodes, so to do that in a single video, I feel like I achieve the kind of reaction content that I like, and that's how I like to make it as well. But anyways, that little tangent aside, I think this was kind of the point to that tangent, was that this episode was one of those episodes where it's like, I enjoyed the episode, I thought it was a good episode, but it's one of those episodes where it's like, I want to watch the next episode, and I'm glad that I have the luxury and am planning to watch the next episodes. This is a reaction episodes 4, 5, and 6. So, yeah, episode 4, that was a stray sheep, I believe. I believe it was called a stray sheep. It was something like that, and, it was a really good episode. We had a lot of interesting moments going on in the episode. We got to see what was going on with Okabe and his like weird fuck shit, and we learned about Mayuri's adopted daughter, who I guess is Kurisu and Okabe's daughter. But regardless, she's a dead ringer for Kurisu. She looks just like Kurisu, which is very interesting, and I'm very curious to see where that goes, and I'm very curious to see I'm very curious to see where this goes, because obviously Okabe is going to meet her, and that's going to be really interesting. And I'm wondering, she was 10 years old, I would assume that she probably remembers her mother, and she knows that she's from the future, which will be very interesting as well. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on here. This is a really cool episode, and I'm curious to see what episode 5 has in store for us. So I don't really want to wait much longer. This is not one of those cases where, like I said, I think in general, unless I completely start losing my mind, I think this might actually be one of the quickest Steins Gate reactions I've ever had. I know I've been talking a lot more lately. I've been getting in a rhythm of like talking more in the videos that I've been doing, but And Steins Gate is a series that I'm infamous for doing that in pretty much all my Steins Gate reactions, but I get the feeling that this time around, we're not going to have that issue. But whatever the case may be, we're going to check out episode 5 of Steins Gate in 3, 2, 1, and play.
I got your message. I'm Moeka Kiryu.
Yes, she is. She is Moeka Kiryu.
You made it.
Yeah.
What's your problem, Ocarine? Let the pretty lady in.
Nice.
Yes.
This is so awkward.
Here.
Oh, she was taking off her shoes. That looked really awkward. I was like, is she texting or something?
Moeka Kiryu.
Yep.
Why is she here? How does she and Daru?
Well, yeah, because we know she's a tech specialist and all that. It makes sense. Everything's coming together. All of the old Steins Gate BS is coming together into Steins Gate 0 in this, because world lines work in mysterious ways. The point of infinity, a mundane cosmos, is overriding all the values I know. Some arrogant god thinks they've seized control and keeps pulling the strings at the speed of light. Wait for it. I'm the one, basically. The lethal minority. And then the way that she slowly opens her eyes at that. Oh. The visual, like, to the lyrics and stuff is brilliant. And it was brilliant in the original OP, but this OP is a bit more of a traditional OP. I felt like, oh, they're both artsy, but I feel like this one's less artsy than the original Steins Gate OP. And it's just really interesting to see. Zero. Wonderful new world. Entangled sheep, and there's the connection.
Later discovered to be orangutan and chimpanzee were found with their brains
Oh shit.
and sections of their craniums missing.
What the fuck?
Huh?
What type
What's
of
wrong?
bullshit is that?
Nothing.
Was that like a weird...
Remain calm.
I mean, it could be another time travel project, but usually it's gelatinous stuff.
Moeka has no reason to kill Mayuri. She won't kill Mayuri. She won't kill Mayuri.
Uncle? You don't look so hot.
I'm fine, thanks. Daru, care to explain? Who is this woman?
Miss Kiryu. She's a local freelance journalist.
That's right. Here's my card.
A while back,
Arc
some magazine
rewrite.
was doing a fluff piece on the urban legends of Akiba. She got...
So she never left Arc Rewrite in this timeline. Or she either never... Because Arc Rewrite was the company that she worked for before, like, the FB stuff. So she... In this timeline, she never left Arc Rewrite, it seems. Okay, interesting. Like I said, I'm actually catching a lot of these like little references because I've been watching some reactions recently to Steins Gate, the original Steins Gate, obviously, and just in general, I have a really good memory of this show, having seen it multiple times, but also just loving this show so much that when you adore a show as much as I do Steins Gate, you tend to remember things better than some. So that's a cool little detail.
She's a local freelance journalist.
That's right. Here's my card.
Yep.
A while back, some magazine
Interesting.
was doing a
Editor
fluff
and
piece
writer.
on the urban legends of Akiba. She got in touch because she wanted to schedule an interview with me about my part-time work, so...
Makes sense.
Work. You know, the stuff I can't mention, but that I hint about, all mysterious-like. I'm always really careful not to leave any traces, but somehow, Moeka still managed to track me down. She's wily.
So then, that explains your interest in her.
Interesting.
To help. Your friend's missing?
Kinda. We're actually on the hunt for a little girl who went missing in Akihabara 12 years ago.
In 1998?
Yep. The girl's name is Kaguri Shina. She was 10 years old back when she disappeared, which would mean that she's 22 today, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
She's alive?
Well, we don't know that for sure, but we found a picture on the interwebs that sort of resembles her.
Trusting this woman.
Dude.
She could have ulterior motives.
Okay, his reaction.
For her to seek us out in this world line, and she's
No.
no reason to kill Mayuri.
Nope.
Even so, it's more likely than not she's around her in this line too.
Yeah, probably.
Killer's instinct is still there.
Yep. Yeah, don't make the timeline fucked up. And yeah, of course,
You let me.
the Bay is knowing.
Yeah?
So he thinks that she still works for FB in this timeline.
Right. It is a tough assignment for sure. We'll compensate you upon completion, but we'll also cover any expenses you might rack up while on the job.
No problem.
Does all that work for you, Ocarine?
Sure.
Great. Well, I guess you're officially hired.
Let's go, Nye.
Okay.
All right.
Speak of the devil.
Don't forget your seatbelt.
Is there going to be a reaction from FB?
You ready?
Bron? Bron? Oh, that's great shooting. That is great shooting. Oh, of her
So,
like all dark and
that
then
woman.
them being happy going the other way.
You know her from somewhere else, don't you?
Yep.
Why would you make that assumption?
Yeah, because the way
So
you're acting.
obvious.
Yeah.
Wait, you know her?
Yes, he does.
I don't. You're wrong.
Not even in the Alpha world line?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Clearly.
You clearly don't want to say. Just know that I'm going to be on guard around her.
Yep. That's probably for the best.
Fine with me. For now.
Fair enough.
What's up with you?
Just my general unease.
Yeah, that's just
She
Okabe
plays into
in
your
this
Barbara
era.
Gordon fantasies, which I totally get because I'm on board with the whole hot librarian fetish.
Barbara Gordon fantasies. Wow. All the references. Jesus Christ. These references are getting more direct, I feel like. They're just giving less fucks.
We should probably get a professional to help with this.
Still trying to get into Kurisu's computer
It's strange.
because it's red.
No matter how much I call him, he never answers anymore.
Damn.
What's going on? Why is he even a tester?
Maybe his phone is broken. Occam's razor.
I guess. Hopefully that's all it is.
Really? You consider his phone
want
being
to see
broken
Kurisu was murdered.
Occam's razor? I would say Occam's razor is he's ignoring you.
Now this is something I never thought I'd witness. Maho brooding?
Sir,
Get
how
wrecked.
long have you been standing there?
I just walked in.
Mm-hmm.
These Japanese convenience stores sure put the ones in America to shame. You can get a different bento box every single day, then the next...
Thank you. Oh my god. This guy, like, literally, I spent a little under a week, basically a week, but not really, not quite, but basically a week in Japan. Convenience stores. Oh my god. Japanese convenience stores. The fucking vending machines, too, are just everywhere, and it's the best thing ever. But the convenience stores are amazing. Oh my god. God. There's, like, so much I love about Tokyo. And I mostly stress it to Tokyo, because with the exception of one day I was in the Tokyo area, the only non-Tokyo thing I did was go up to Mount Fuji. But, like, oh my god. What a...
day, then the next week there's an entirely new selection.
You
Yep.
shouldn't eat that stuff all the time. He'll die young of a heart attack.
Wow.
I refuse to be judged by the reigning queen of cup of noodles.
Oh! Get wrecked.
So, where are you off to?
I do love my cup of noodles,
Just need
too.
a change of pace.
You don't have to lie. I know you're going to see Rintaro, and I approve.
Why?
You sure about that?
Get
I
wrecked.
could swing by the lab on the way.
On the way? On the way to what?
The lab.
It's absolutely none of your business.
So you're willing to take an hour-long trip to Akihabara, where Rintaro's lab happens to be,
Yep.
just so you can get a little change of pace. Am I understanding correctly?
Yep. You're right on the money, mate.
I support you.
Stop! I am going, but it's not what you think. It isn't at all like that.
It's not like what,
I'm
Maho?
done being interrogated, thank you.
Get wrecked.
Goodbye!
Tell Rintaro hi for me.
Yeah. Get wrecked, mate. Yeah, I know it's a CRT
this?
workshop. I appreciate the subs,
My
though.
report.
Wow. She's diligent.
So?
Finding her might be even more difficult than we thought.
That's not good.
But why?
What's up? Did you find a clue?
Not quite. Just something that might be of interest.
Let me see.
Hey,
While investigating, I made a strange discovery pertaining to the case.
Okay.
Over the course of several months, another party has been searching for Kakari Shina in
Oh.
addition to our own, or so the evidence would suggest. What does that mean?
Just what it states.
Who else is looking for her?
That I don't know.
Susan's been searching. Maybe it's her.
That was my first thought too. But look, check this out.
The
Oh.
search party was composed of men,
Oh.
and there was a foreigner among them.
Oh.
Foreigner?
Well, Kagari's been gone for 12
Could
years.
it possibly be the
She
professor?
made friends who are searching now, too.
Yeah, a 10-year-old wouldn't have survived long without an adult taking care of her in some way.
I mean, that's
I
fair,
mean, hypothetically.
There's no
but
evidence to
not
support one
guarantee
theory.
either.
Which is?
She's alive.
Raises the likelihood that Kagari Shina is currently alive.
Yep.
But who is this foreigner?
The only foreigner I could think of is the professor.
I'm pretty sure the lab was this way.
He doesn't know. I've been there, Akihabara Station.
I'm in Akihabara, so I thought that I would swing by the lab. Period.
What the fuck?
That is, if
You about to
you're
get
talking
kidnapped?
Period.
That was freaky. Someone's watching you think? You seem to be... I don't know if that's just how they're shooting it to make you think that what she's thinking or what. But no, she's pretty confident that someone's watching her. This is really weird. Yeah. Yeah, and you decide to go down an alley. You idiot! Why on earth? This is the dumbest thing you could do. I would think you'd rather go in the right in the middle of, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Those heels, those heels though.
Come on, please answer. Hello, Okabe?
Hiacho?
Yeah, it's me. I'm running toward the lab, but someone...
What's going on? Hey, Hiacho!
Oh, the lightsaber? The freaking lightsaber?
Hiacho!
Did he use it as a bat?
Can't be. Please don't let it be that.
Oh, yep. He's worried about Cert again.
Not again.
Oh, Jesus. And now he's gonna have Makase's computer. I assume it's gotta be Makase's computer.
Wait,
what the fuck?
What?
Get away! Just back off!
What are you doing? You villain! Unhand her!
Okabe, stop! Are you Maho's boyfriend?
Well, not quite. What is this?
This is mom?
Hiacho, what?
You see? I said to back off, didn't I?
Sister, mom.
I'm Judy Reyes.
Reyes?
Here's the foreigner.
Professor Judy Reyes. She's here in Japan for an AI conference.
It could
She
be
snuck
her.
up on me in an alley. Not weird at all, Judy.
They didn't say if the foreigner was a man or a woman. They said it was a man and a foreigner.
University?
That's right.
Yeah, awkward.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm sorry for the yelling.
It's
Nice.
fine. I enjoyed it.
They're professors. They've seen a bunch of nerds in their days, nerdy or not.
You must
She's
be
just
Ryujiro.
sexy.
Alexis told me about you.
Alexis? Oh, Professor Leskinen.
Ms.
Yeah.
Reyes' specialty is psychophysiology.
Psychophysiology.
Body link. I study how cognitive processes manifest physically, in the organs, pathology, etc.
Jesus.
It's kind of heroic.
That's...
That field is much more important to humanity than what Leskinen and I are doing.
Damn.
Your work is more useful.
That's not true
We'll
at all.
see.
Amadeus is remarkable. It might even prove to be highly beneficial.
I sure hope you're right. We'll see. Thanks. So, why did you stalk me all the way from the station into this dark alley?
From the station? Stalk you? What do you mean?
Wait, weren't you following me?
I was just walking by and saw you standing here. I thought I'd jump out and surprise you.
So someone else was stalking you. Well, yeah, it didn't...
Did I...
Yeah, it was some other person. No, you weren't imagining it.
Anyway, you and your boyfriend come visit me soon. We can talk more. Bye.
Hey!
Hang on!
In other, that...
You're wrong! He is not my...
That's code for... Let's get that threesome done. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I gotta go back so I can hear her properly say that's not my boyfriend.
Hang on! You're wrong! He is not my boyfriend!
Yep.
Okay, what was that?
It was weird.
Let's forget this.
Oh, Kareem!
You guys okay?
Yeah, it was just a false alarm.
Oh, hey, Missy, it's you.
He can't run.
Is
What
it
the
me, or
fuck?
Have you gotten even tinier since
What
the
the
last time I
fuck?
saw you? Well,
Somebody
Dumb
slap
enough to
him.
think that's possible?
she's a feisty one. That's how I like him. Does Hyundra's presence indicate that she's going to
Does
be
your-
elected into the lab as our token legal lowly member?
Token legal lolly member?
Well, nonetheless, you get a nickname. You're Mini Maho.
Mini
No,
Maho.
thank you. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have Holy and Kyoma for a proper
That's right.
name anymore.
She said you won't answer her
At least not
calls,
for
like
now.
you're blowing her off or something.
Kind of.
And judging by the look on your face,
You
I'd say
are.
she was right on the money.
Yep.
Well,
She is smart. Is Kurisu she's based on.
Let me talk to the professor about this. It was only supposed to be a test. You're not obligated to help. We're not even paying.
Damn. Can you give it up?
I can't.
I had no idea. I guess Kurisu had a more impactful presence in your life than I assumed.
Well, that's what we
Look,
keep
we've
talking
been over
about.
this already. Kurisu wasn't.
Don't insult me. She had a huge effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't healthy. You're projecting your feelings on
Yep.
Amadeus. When you see her and you hear her voice, you come alive.
Yep.
I can sense your feelings growing for her, and it makes me afraid for you. Because Amadeus is nothing more than a system of algorithms.
Yep.
Just memory and data. It's not really her at all.
See, it's interesting. You talk about like a system of algorithms, but there's a lot of... It's interesting how this all kind of relates to a lot of the songs that are used in Steins Gate, because there's been a lot of songs in Steins Gate that have used words like that, and have said the way that they discuss ones and zeros and algorithms, and, you know, there is kind of an interesting philosophical question here of what defines humanity, and at what point would we define an artificial intelligence as, if for example, if Amadeus can love. Now, obviously, there's the awkward thing where it's like Amadeus is Kurisu-esque. But if you took out the fact that this is Okabe and he has like the baggage relating to Kurisu, which is obviously a big part of why he's falling in love with Amadeus. But if you took that out and you just had Amadeus and some random dude, and you put them together, and like the guy or girl, whatever, but the guy falls in love with Amadeus, and Amadeus... Okay, so, two things happened here that are really interesting. First of all, my camera just stopped. I have no idea why, but my camera stopped. I am so glad that this glitch happened while I was actually looking, because otherwise I would have had no idea, and that would have sucked. But my camera stopped, for one, while I was talking, and two, for some reason... And I've tested, I literally changed no settings and have tested it, and it's working just fine now, but for some reason, the audio for my screen didn't record. So I'm gonna have to freaking, after I'm done recording this, while I'm putting, like, setting up my audio for, like, my mic and everything, you know, for editing and stuff, I'm also gonna have to freaking record, I'm gonna have to like edit in the audio for the episode, for like everything up to now. So that's gonna be, unfortunately, I paused a bunch of times, which is gonna make that a lot more difficult than it otherwise would be. But I still have the footage, so I just have to sync it up. But that's gonna be annoying. So this is gonna take longer to edit than it otherwise would, which is annoying. So fun times for me. But anyways, at least the rest of this should be fine, so it's only half of it, the video that I have to do. The other half will be fine, which is the second half of Episode 5 and Episode 6. So I apologize for that cutoff. I had one issue but I guess it was kind of a good thing because it made me realize the other issue, which I can now deal with. I don't have to deal with for the whole video, just for half the video. Anyways, let's continue.
It's growing for her, and it makes me afraid for you.
Yeah.
Because Amadeus is nothing more than a system of algorithms.
I was talking about the
Just memory
algorithms and the
data.
comparisons
It's
to
not
the
really
songs.
fair at all.
In regards to completely different things.
I do, but... And yet... It's made of Kurasu's memories, without a doubt.
Okabe,
I know it's not her. The real Kurasu is gone, and what's in here is only a model, but... Still...
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. Give me a little more time.
Damn, that's only gonna make it worse, though, Okabe. God, this has been pretty depressing so far, not gonna lie. But nothing horrible has happened. It's just dealing with the horrible things from the show, the first series.
And share our hopes and dreams for the year ahead.
Sounds like fun.
That sounds delightful.
Won't it be perfect?
God, he always sounds
I'll ask
suppressed.
the others later and see what they say. Okay, I've got to go out and do a little shopping.
The music.
Kamema?
Uh-huh. I need to find a couple more accessories for Fubuki's costume.
Nice.
Or it won't look right.
There's not much time left to finish, huh?
And when that's done, the whole year is pretty much over. It passed in the blink of an eye, huh?
Didn't it? Dude, we're in fucking May already. What the hell? 2020 has been shit. But I'm at least having fun with the videos I've been recording.
All those days and hours I lived and relived, how many times? And yet, the year still comes to an end.
2011's coming. Was that Maho? Sounded like Maho. Oh no, it was Mayuri.
It's snowing! You think it'll stick?
Maybe?
Time marches on. In this world line that I chose.
What a dichotomy between Okabe's depression and Mayuri's just total love of life.
Oh, that's right. Ruka was looking for you earlier. You should pick up the phone and call if you get a chance.
I completely forgot Ruka called me.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
She actually found your missing girl. Little do you know. Gotta love the Amadeus app. Damn, a lot of Mayuri.
Probably busy. They've got their work cut out for them renting the shrine for New Year's crowds.
Before she knocks. Yep, I knew it. I knew
may
it.
I come in?
Rukako?
Damn.
Yes, it's open.
Oh, you're here. I'm glad.
Hi, I'm sorry. Is this about earlier? I forgot all about it, but I did just try to call you back.
Wow, you did. Well,
Yeah.
sorry for not answering. I didn't notice.
No worries.
You're here
said
now.
You needed to speak with me?
Yeah, but I'd prefer to show you. Because, you see, there's someone who I want you to meet. I brought them along. Is that alright?
I must admit, I'm
Oh
intrigued.
boy. Oh boy. Oh god, you're so cute, Rukako. Holy shit. Holy shit. What does she look like? She's a spitting image, right? Oh, she's not quite the spitting image, but she's damn close. God.
Kurisu.
Not quite.
Here you go.
Thank you.
They're so alike, except her voice is different.
Yep.
What synchronicity? What would Jung say?
Holy shit.
So, Rukako, who is this?
Rukako?
Sorry, it's just a pet name. On account of Ruka's femininity.
Yeah.
I told you on the phone that my father had house guests, and that they'd be staying a while.
Oh, and this is that guest.
Yes.
Say her name.
My father's acquaintance brought her to the house, too.
What's your name?
Does she not say her name?
Actually, that brings me to the main reason we came here.
Oh.
Well, do you have any idea how we could find out who she is?
What do you mean exactly?
You see,
You don't know.
she has severe amnesia.
Of course. Of fucking course. Here we
She doesn't
go.
remember anything.
Fucking
Not where
amnesia.
she came from, or even how she lost her memory. It's all a blank to her.
Because she got brainwashed by CERN. Because she got implanted. And they activated her chip or whatever. But, again, it's interesting because there were story elements that were put in Steins Gate. And I could imagine that, again, I don't know. Again, I'm not familiar with the games yet. I still plan to play the VNs. But I wonder when the game... Because obviously when the anime was made... Even when the Steins Gate anime was made, I think that was before... I don't know if the game Zero was in production yet, but I don't think it was. So, I mean, even when they made the anime... But, I mean, the anime can follow, like, the manga's... sorry, not the manga. The VN's lead on this stuff. But it's like there's a lot of story elements that were in Steins Gate Zero that were mostly, like, passing comments that are actually seemingly coming into play in Steins Gate Zero, which is a great, like, element to a sequel. And it's a really interesting thing, because it's like... There's nothing that was introduced in Steins Gate that felt like a missing element to the story, that was like something they forgot to tie together or anything like that. But there were these like little teases of grander things that were mentioned in Steins Gate, and it's interesting to see them come up in Steins Gate Zero after the original story is over, in this context.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, he has an idea.
I thought that if anyone could help her remember, it'd be you. 'Cause you know all about those things. Brains, memory, difficult stuff.
Anything would help.
Jesus.
Anything. Please, I need to remember.
Just all she needs to do is see my Yuri and she'll remember.
About this subject, but I am no neuroscientist. Besides, regaining memories is never simple. Storing them alone is complicated.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Oh, poor
Well, in that
girl.
case, can you think of some other way for us to find out who she might be?
She just needs to see my
I
Yuri.
can't remember.
Kana.
Kana? Where'd that come from?
Not having a name is annoying, so we just call her Kana. Father
Fair
made
enough.
it up.
That's a nice one, I guess.
Yeah, Kana's a cool name.
Matters. It's a placeholder until I know more.
Jesus.
Can you help me?
I can try. Do you have any clues to speak of? Something like a wallet or a cell phone? Even a bus pass?
No, I don't have anything.
Jesus.
Made it this far. There must be some hint from your life that you're overlooking.
There is one thing that could be a lead. It's
Okay.
from the past. Do you have it?
Yes,
What?
it's this.
Oh! It's the metal! It's the... Oh, Ready, she comes in!
It stopped snowing, Boo. Oh, hi. We have a guest?
Look at her.
One of these?
Oh, Hanupa! Oh, wow!
Oh my
Where'd you
God!
get this little guy?
Oh my god!
It's Kana's. I think she's always had it. She takes it everywhere she goes.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure it was green at some point. I think this is the special Forest Fairy edition.
A forest fairy, huh?
Oh my god.
It showed up in a movie.
Oh
not
my
too
god,
long ago.
Kana. Kana.
You see?
Kana.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like
it's
the
the
one
same
I
one.
have, but the design is
It's
a
the
little
same-
different.
Oh no, it's not the
That
same
one
one.
has fairy wings.
Hold on. Why does this one seem to be ancient? If the film came out...
He figured it out. Yep. Yep.
I'm back now.
Kana?
Yeah, you just entered a
Hey,
bunch of
Are you alright?
just craziness.
Kana!
Yeah. Yeah.
Kaguri,
Yep, she knows. Yep, she knows.
that's her. Kaguri. That's who we've been looking for.
Yep. Oh, it just got spicy. Oh, Jesus. See, I really want to, like, watch this OP, like, every time we see the episode. I really want to do it. But, like, yeah, I'm just going to do a quick little audio check just to make sure that it's... Oh, of course, I freaking opened it in the wrong... Ah! I just want to do a quick audio check just to make sure that it's actually picking up the audio. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't have the slightest clue what happened with the first half of this reaction. That is going to be a pain in the ass. Oh, I'm looking forward to that in about half an hour or so. Whenever we get finish this video, I'm going to be gonna do this. I just took the weirdest, most awkward sip of Dr. Pepper ever. But yeah, that happened. So that was episode 5 of Steins Gate. Yeah, I probably like that episode more than episode 4, just purely on the perspective that we kind of had progression in the story. Episode 4 was pretty much a holding episode, which is fine. I don't mind that. Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero kind of share a kind of build. I think in both shows they're very intriguing, though, and I think part of what I think is going to probably put, at least, see, it's hard to tell because, again, the early part of Steins Gate compared to like when the show really gets going is just, they're not comparable. But when you really look at like the early stages of Steins Gate, one thing that really carries the show, I mean, obviously, like, I was always super intrigued, but one thing that carries the early parts of Steins Gate is the entertainment value. It's so fun and funny and just silly in a lot of ways, and I think that's something that Steins Gate Zero is purposely missing, because obviously, we're in the, I mean, it's still, I guess, in a sense, a winning timeline, but it's not quite the, it is the Steins Gate timeline, but it's not like well, it's not the Steins Gate timeline, but it's a different world line. It's just not quite the world line you wanted to get to. All the same, it's really cool, and I think it's really cool to see everyone enjoying themselves, and it's cool to see everyone, you know, being really happy with everything that's going on, and it's really cool to see everyone, you know, at least besides Okabe, seem to at least be having fun with life. But that's the thing, like, because that's the thing, we're not only missing Makase Kurisu, we're missing Hoin Kyoma, and I think missing Kyoma really, like, changes the tone, and Steins Gate, the original series, had this, like, kind of fun tone that even though there was a lot of dark shit going on, it didn't completely descend into this, like, crazy dark tone until episode 12, and then, you know, obviously the second half of the series was just fucked. But this one's kind of entering into established tone of just depression, and it's more about digging our way out of that tone, whereas the original Steins Gate was about falling into that and then digging out. But this entire series is based on the idea of digging out, because the idea is that obviously Steins Gate Zero is a continuation of the timeline of certain episodes where after episode 22, where basically, and then of course 23 Beta, where basically we never dig our way out of that hole. We hit the absolute bottom of depression in Steins Gate, and then we never find our way back out into, that's how we enter Steins Gate Zero. So obviously going into this, we expected tons of depression, at least I did, obviously, and it has not disappointed in that regards, but it's missing the element of humor because it's just full depression. I could see how, to a degree, I could see how that could put people off with the early aspects of the show, because the show is taking its time, as it did with the Steins Gate, and the difference is, though, it doesn't have the humor to carry it, so it's just purely the intrigue. Now, I think the intrigue is great. I'm really intrigued, but it's a different feel than original Steins Gate, and I think that's a good thing, because they're telling a different story, or continuation, that we'll see how linked it gets to the original Steins Gate, but it's been really interesting so far. I like the heavy involvement of the future with, you know, Mayuri and, like, Mayuri's daughter, who potentially is the blood daughter of Kurisu and Okabe, potentially. So there's a lot of interesting stuff there. There's, like, a lot of interwoven, like, nonsense going on with that. You know, it's interesting to see how Suzuha's still here and her role in all of this. We obviously have the new characters, like Maho, like Suzuha's mom, like the professor. It's cool, and we're just getting the occasional new characters, so it's actually increasing the portfolio of Steins Gate universe characters, because really there's, like, what, 9 that are relevant? There were all of the members of the Future Gadget Labs, there was Braun, and that was pretty much it, right? As far as I could think of. And I mean, like, there were, like, little, like, side characters. I guess there was Nakabachi, or Kurisu's dad. And then there was also, there was the little daughter, Braun's little daughter. And, like, there's a few, like, little characters like that. But overall, it was mainly Kurisu, Okabe, Daru, Mayuri, Moeka, Ferris, Rukuko, and I swear there's one more. I swear there's 8. Wait, what? Whoa. Oh, a Suzuha. Duh, Suzuha. I don't know how I forgot about Suzuha there when I was going through. I guess I forgot that she's technically a member, but I was trying to think of all the members of the Future Gadget Labs. Yeah, it's Suzuha, Mayuri, Okabe, Daru, Kurisu, Ferris, Rukiko. I don't know. I fucked up the order. I don't even know who I did and didn't say that time. But you get the point. So I like what they're doing so far with Steins Gate. I don't think it's gotten crazy hype. The ending to episode 5 was pretty hype, though, because I'm really excited to see where this all goes with episode 6. And I'm expecting a banger for episode 6. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm now that we've met, now that we've fucking met, God, why can't I think of her name? Now that we met, Kaguri Shinya. Dude, I never say frickin' Mayuri's, other name. Shinya Mayuri. So we have Shinya Kaguri, who, is going to be an interesting potato, and obviously she sees her mother now, and that might wake up her amnesia, which would be great, because if we could just, like, quickly get through this amnesia plot, because, yeah, you know, I mean, not saying that there haven't been good amnesia plots, like, I'll always give credit to Ace Attorney. They actually had one of my least favorite they've done amnesia twice, both one that was, like, really stupid, but then their later take on amnesia, one of my favorite amnesia storylines ever. And there's been some other examples I can think of good amnesia storylines, but overall, it's a trope that, like, no one likes. So I think that's kind of why but, you know, when it's done well, it can be great. And, like, if you base a whole story on the concept, it's really interesting. But yeah, a lot of times amnesia is just, like, a really weird plot device. But there's definitely been some good uses. But I don't really want to, like, I mean, obviously Steins Gate will probably do it pretty well, but, like, I'd prefer just to kind of get going into the non-amnesia stuff with Kaguri. And it looks like we are. So anyways, that's cool. So let's jump into episode 6 of Steins Gate 0 in 3, 2, 1, and play.
All right, we're off to the store. Be back soon.
If you think of anything else we need, just text me, okay?
Roger that.
Is she just being quiet about it? Or does she?
You don't have to come, really.
Even if I didn't go, it's not like I'd be any help here.
Oh.
Are we taking the long route?
Mayuri.
You lost all your memories? Yes. So you can't remember a single thing that happened since we... No way.
Look, Suzuha, what makes you so certain this is Kaguri Shina in the first place?
I already told you that. Because of the UPA. It's the exact same one I saw her mom give her. It was Kaguri's good luck charm. She took it with her everywhere.
Where did you get yours, Kana?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
When
of course.
Found me, it was the only thing I had.
That fits.
It, even though I was unconscious.
You were unconscious?
Yes. I guess I had collapsed near the border of the Chiba prefecture. And a priest nearly tripped over me lying in the path.
So then, how'd you end up at the shrine?
God.
I felt it was inappropriate for a girl to stay too long in a practicing temple.
She was at Ruka's, right under my nose this whole time.
Tell me, is my name really Kaguri Shina? Do you know that for sure? Can you two tell me anything else about who I am? I need to...
Wait, one thing at a time.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Aww.
When you hear the name Kaguri Shina, does it perhaps bring back other memories?
No, not that I'm aware of. And yet, it does give me an intense nostalgic feeling. A girl who just left with Ruka.
Do you mean Mayuri?
Oh, Mayuri? Is that her name then? And mine is Kaguri Shina.
Yep.
Kaguri Shina. In 2036, she's Mayuri's daughter.
But she's your daughter, too. Probably. I would imagine so, that's Okabe and Curtis's daughter. But But I don't know. The world line we saw made it look like Okabe outlives them, but odd, who knows? But we know at least in the original timeline, we know that both Okabe and Kurisu are dead by 2036. Both as the mother of time travel, Makase Kurisu, and as the rebel resistance leader, like one of the big rebels, Okabe Rintaro. We know that they're both dead by 2036 in the original Steins Gate timeline. Now we don't know if there was like a world line shift. We don't know if that's what he saw. That could have changed it to where they might live longer or the others die sooner or whatever. But in that shot that they show in 2036, Daru, the ones that are still alive are Daru, Mayuri, Suzuha, and I guess apparently Kaguri. So they're the ones that are still alive by 2036. And that's where Suzuha's mission starts in 2036 to go and change the past and basically to get to Steins Gate. So that's where you have like all the interwoven like elements of Steins Gate that are just really interesting, and I'm really enjoying seeing that come together a bit more. It's really interesting. Like there's so much there. Like it's an ordeal to put this show together, and it's exciting, and I have to savor it because I know it's not going to last long because I know there's like 23 episodes, and then I don't know if there's like OVAs or specials, or I think there's like specials or OVAs or something that I might watch after, so there might be some bonus stuff to watch that would be fun. But as far as I know, there's 23 episodes. I don't know if there's a proper OVA episode 24 like there was an OVA episode 25 for Steins Gate, but I'll take a look at that before we get to the end. But so far so good. I'm enjoying this. Let's watch the OP uninterrupted with beginning to end.
Mayuri's daughter.
Oh, I love that shot of her eye. Of course, the numbers. God, the fact that he does the frickin' Mayuri to start the OP. While it says this world's not even real at all, it's just a vision pulled over our eyes. Which is a reference to the ending of Steins Gate as well as many other things. But it's also kind of a reference to how Steins Gate 0 isn't the true ending until it gets there, if it gets there. But that's what this seems to be, is that even though we didn't get the true ending, we are going to get the true ending. And again, I think this Okabe is probably the Okabe who calls Okabe in Steins Gate. Probably. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But I think that has to be it. That has to be the ending to this show. And then, dude, oh! Okay, I will actually wait until the OP's done. Wonderful new world. Okay, so when they do the shot with just me admiring the OP, like just being a mark for Steins Gate and everything. But when they do that shot with I mentioned how at the beginning, like, it's so poetic to open the slot, to open the OP. Like, you do the little Amadeus thing, but when you actually get into the beginning of the proper song, you have the moment where he's, to just kind of the lights over here. So he's like, but he's got his hand up towards the sky. And it's obviously a reference to Kurisu and the OG Steins Gate. But what's so clever about that, not only is there so much, like, dichotomy and, like, parallels, but what's really interesting is then you actually throw the ending of the Steins Gate OP is Mayushi actually doing the same thing. And it's just like, there's so much, like... And I think this is, like, one of the things about the Steins Gate OPs, and it's really interesting, the dynamic of Mayuri, Kurisu, and Okabe that I've always found so interesting. Because obviously Kurisu and Okabe is the romance, and Mayuri and Okabe is, like, the childhood best friends thing. Even though, obviously... you could, I mean, you can make a case for that as well. And that's kind of the interesting kind of where you see in the elements of Steins Gate the idea. You can kind of see where this was a visual novel where I assume you can get with any of the girls, because there's elements to where all of them kind of love Okabe. There's elements of that in the anime, and I assume that is remnants of the VN. But what's interesting about this to me is you have that parallel, and I've always thought that Mayuri and Okabe always kind of parallel each other in the OP, and many times in the stories, they're always paralleling each other in unique ways, and that's why it was really cool to see all those, like, future impact, like, those, like, 60 million years in the past, where, I think it was the beginning of episode 12, the opening to episode 12 of OG Steins Gate, and, like, stuff like that. There's certain shots, and it's in the OPs, it's in both of the OPs, but it's even present in the actual story, is the way that Mayuri and Okabe kind of mirror each other, like, almost in reverse. And it's this really, like, interesting thing. I'd probably have to... It's not something I can easily describe. I'd probably have to go through a lot of footage, and, like... It's the type of thing that takes a whole video to make on it, but it's a really interesting, like, detail that they've done throughout this series that really, like, just makes that pairing so legendary for me. But anyways, we got more Steins Gate to watch, so let's continue.
So just to make sure I understand, you're saying that Kaguri
Yep.
is somebody you know, Suzuha? Yeah, that's it, more or less. Awesome. Do you know where she lives? Can you get in touch with some of her family and tell them she's okay?
Well, Kaguri moved to a different neighborhood when they were still really young, and Suzuha lost contact with her at that point.
Oh, too bad. Hey, at least we were able to find out your real name, that's something.
Hang on. Kaguri's real full name is Kaguri Shina, isn't that right?
Yeah, it is.
That means you and I are alike in a way. Because you see, my full name's Mayuri Shina.
Mayuri Shina?
Yep.
Ruka told me something about you, but I couldn't believe it. You have amnesia? For
Yep.
real?
I do.
So that
Also,
means
I saw Coke
you
there,
don't
too.
remember
Not just
anything
Dr.
about
Pepper.
Who you are or where you come from?
Oof.
Oh, wow. Sorry. That has to be really painful for you. Because
Aw.
it means you can't remember all the people you love the most in the world.
Oh my
Seriously,
god.
Amnesia must be the saddest thing that could ever happen to anyone.
This is right in character with Mayuri.
So,
So
if you
in
ever
character.
Need help with something, just tell me. I'd be happy to do whatever I can. I'm here, okay?
Also, shout out. Aww.
Hey, what's the matter?
Shout out to
Why are
Kaguri
you
for
crying?
having big
Did I say
tits.
something I shouldn't have?
I'm done. That's all I had to say.
I'm crying because I'm happy.
I had to say it for the memes.
I'm not the only one who's here for you.
She's hardly the only one in this show. They are all here.
If you need me, just ask and I'm there. Don't hesitate.
Hell yeah. Aw. Time to join the FGL.
It means a lot.
It appears that we found Kaguri Shina ourselves.
Where was she?
At a local shrine where one of my friends lives. But she was found unconscious on the outskirts of Chiba.
Why there?
I have no clue. She's suffering from severe amnesia.
I see.
Any update on the other search party? Who they are?
No, nothing yet.
No worries. And I'm sorry, it's a busy time of year as it is.
It's fine. Work is work. So what now?
Work is work, fair enough.
If you don't mind, it'd be a great help if you did.
Are
I
you...
will.
Just pay her.
What's that?
Oh no.
They found her.
Oh no. Oh god. Okay. Who knows what Kiryu is doing? Nice. You're welcome to come in more ways than one.
Professor, not cool, come on. Oh, wait, were you messaging with your boyfriend?
Hey, got her.
He's not my boyfriend. Why do you and Leskinen keep harassing me about that? The concept of love is
Oh
totally
shit, those
useless
slip.
anyway.
Oh.
You couldn't be more mistaken.
What the
Maho.
fuck? She about... Dude, I thought she was about to molest her.
As a matter of fact, I'm more passionate about your love life than any other field of study.
What?
It would be flattering if it weren't weird, but I'd rather you not treat
That
me
is
like
very
a test
weird.
subject. Anyway, I'm not the type to be swept off my feet by the inherently delusional nature of love. Really? What a shame.
Wow.
Also, Professor?
Yeah, what's up?
So, I'm sorry for all of this.
There's no need to apologize. I'm here to help with anything. I meant what I said before.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Aw.
Hey, Rukiko, do you have a second?
You want me to try to keep Kaguri from going outside? That seems so...
If she has to, make sure someone accompanies her. And I can't say why. Not right now.
Damn, that's awkward.
I trust you. It is weird, though.
There is some bullshit going on.
We still don't know who else has been searching for Kaguri. And until we do, it's prudent for us to take every precaution we possibly can.
Makes sense.
In any case,
I don't know,
pretty
maybe
amazing that we
CERN?
were able to find Kaguri,
Question
right?
mark?
So now
Also
you can
Coke.
relax for once.
Hell yeah.
I guess.
As I finish my Dr. Pepper.
Okay, not exactly the relieved response I was hoping for.
That girl. Where do you think she's been all this time?
That is a good question. I've been wondering about that part too, actually.
Yeah.
But it's not like we can force her to remember and tell us everything, you know?
Unless you have tech.
Don't they say those memories come back on their own out of nowhere? All we can do now is be patient.
Is it any possible that it's brainwashing?
Have that luxury.
Ooh, how about this? We could scare the crap out of her to jog her memory.
Wow.
Scaring chicks is my strong suit! What? Hey! What?
She's a freaking...
Why didn't it work?
She's freaking ex-military. Dude.
I won't let you do something like that.
Yeah.
Here.
Her eyes look pretty diluted. Yep. So, you somehow survived that, but we're not getting to see the full scene.
Are you okay?
I assume you almost died or something? The Orbital Eclipse? Hello? That's a title.
Hey,
Jeez.
Green?
Alright.
Aren't we supposed to be going to the shrine right now to celebrate the new year and stuff?
Yeah, we are.
Doing something else first?
So, why are we stuck in this awkward situation then?
Hey, if you've got something to
Hey,
say,
Bron.
you'd better speak up nice and loud.
No, we have nothing at all to say, sir.
No?
Well, we were just hoping we can get into the lab, actually.
No way!
But why not? Oh, such villainy!
No
Mr.
such
Braun,
villainy!
We promised we would meet the others here, to go to the shrine for New Year's.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Oh my god, oh my god! Adorable!
You're adorable!
Yeah, I know, that's what I said!
Of course you are, you're my daughter!
Of course.
Dad, you're hurting me a little bit.
It's a good thing she takes after her mother.
Oh!
Go to the shrine with
Damn,
everybody
daughter.
and see my Uriel dressed up as a beautiful shrine maiden.
Yeah? Well, listen to the girls and behave yourself. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not coming with us?
Nah, I got some business to take care of.
Oh no.
After that, you think I'd really be leaving my precious daughter with the likes of you? Come on. And let me be clear, if anything happens to her, you two will pay.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir!
See you later, Dad.
Freaking Daru.
Well, we better get going, don't you think?
Indeed.
But before we do anything else, aren't we forgetting something really important? All together now!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
I can't wait to see Mayushi's Shrine Maiden costume.
No,
I was gonna put my hands up, but my hands are actually like this right now.
That's right.
I don't know why, but this is starting. I'm starting to do that for whatever reason while I'm reacting.
Look, a shrine
My
maiden
hands
for
are
sisters
under
would
the
be. But you might
desk
as well
like
dress her
that.
as a nurse too and raise her moe so much she gains a level. Plus one die roll, baby.
She's even more perverted than I am, which is saying something.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, the girl with the short hair
I
is
know
always gonna be
Mayuri's the one
perverted.
who invited you, but then she got herself talked into working as
Girls
a
with
shrine
short hair watching my video know
It's
exactly
okay.
what I'm talking about.
Because there's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh, by the way, didn't you say you're a student at an American university, Hiajo?
Yeah? Your research sounded really interesting, but tell me again, was it eyes?
Lemurs? Cool. It's
What?
AI, not eyes.
Eyes.
Lemurs then? Noted.
Right, she studies
Get wrecked.
artificial intelligence, something I'm super interested in, actually.
Nice.
I would love to sit down and have a chat with you about it sometime.
Oh! Oh!
Oh,
It was
great.
Makase and
You doing
Kyoma.
okay, bro?
Oh
I'm
shit.
good. It's nothing. Shall we?
Kanda Furai or Furai, I'm not sure. Hey, Varys!
Oh, hey everyone. Happy New Year.
And of course, Shrine Maiden Rukuko, of course. Rukuka. Yep. He's gonna perv.
Shrine Maiden paradise. Have I died and gone to heaven?
Suzuha too.
Suzuha, you look lovely! Oh, thank you so much. You make a great Shrine Maiden, right?
Suzuha.
What the fuck?
I want you to repeat after me, bend over and drop trow, bro. It's time for your booster shot.
What the hell's the matter with you? No wonder you're not getting anywhere with Mom!
That is your fucking daughter. I would walk out right now if I wasn't recording in this room. And I wasn't lazy. What the fuck was that? I know he's made jokes, but that one, for his daughter, like, yeah, if it was for anyone else, it'd be funny, but for his daughter, I mean, you're doing a good job of keeping up the charade that that's not your daughter, but I'm legit starting to get a little concerned that at this point, the boner is because she's your daughter. Like, Jesus Christ, Daru. I love you, man. I love you. But, like, holy crap.
Trow, bro. It's time for your booster shot.
Okay, it was funny the second time. Tap out.
Oh, you two have such a special relationship, huh?
I mean, yes, but...
Well, I mean, you know, she is our daughter.
Would you like
What?
some sake? Or how about a fortune slip?
Literally just said that.
You're not. What's wrong? Did I do something bad?
Ruka is as beautiful as ever. Don't you agree?
Oh my god, is it gonna be the dude joke?
I refuse to believe this. It's not true. I reject it.
It is the truth, sweetheart. But if you need some proof, we could show you.
It's the dude joke.
Serious?
Oh, she is a perfect... Oh god! Oh god!
So, what you
Well, that was incredibly rapey.
You look very nice.
Jesus Christ, first...
really?
Jesus. She does look
She
adorable.
wouldn't accept it when we told her the same thing. She just had to hear it from you.
Aw.
What's he gonna say?
Man.
Hey, you weren't supposed to tell him that part.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Nice to see you.
Conscious too, just as much as I was.
Hey.
Yeah, but I'm not as pretty.
Don't say that,
Well, that's
Kagura.
BS.
You look beautiful in it.
Her hair does not look as
Right,
good
Uncle?
as Kurisu's, though.
Of course. You both look stunning.
That's true, though. Oh, shit. Oh, no. She's gonna see her and be like, what the fuck is that? She's gonna need an explanation from Okabe about that one.
I'm kind of floored. It's crazy. She's just like Kurisu.
You think?
Yeah, they're identical. Almost.
I don't know. I can't say I agree.
Yeah, she knows this Kurisu better.
Anyway, I think we understand each other.
About Amadeus, you mean?
Things can't go on like they are. You won't ever get closure. You need to make a choice before work starts up again after the holiday.
I don't know.
So he's either gotta give up on Amadeus or he's gotta
Thank you.
keep it up, but also truly accept what Amadeus is.
They couldn't make it in time.
Ritaro!
Wow. There they are.
Professor?
Happy New Year, Ritaro!
Happy New Year.
I invited them because it's a special occasion and all.
I thought this was a party. Where are the Japanese shaman girls?
Shamans? Oh, you mean the Shrine Maidens? They're done working, so they ditched the garb. They just finished cleaning and we were about to head out.
He's so disappointed!
Holy cow! This is why I wanted to get here earlier!
You should have thought about that during your all-day shopping spree.
All-day shopping spree?
Go visit the shrine.
Wow.
Ocarine!
No shrine maidens for
Lucas
you,
Mom is so sweet.
Professor.
She gave us a ton of New Year's snacks.
Sorry if we kept you.
Nice.
Rintaro, we'll see you around.
Huh? Oh, leaving so soon?
He's so
the whole point of
dejected.
Coming here was the shrine maidens. Happy New Year. Bye.
Get wrecked.
Sorry. That took longer than I expected.
Oh no, oh no, it is her. It is her. She saw Kagura. God damn it.
Righto, friends.
Yeah, I figured once we met her, because we knew it was a Gaijin.
I have to call it a day now.
You mean you're not coming back?
And of course it was her.
They're short-staffed at work, so I have to go in tonight. Sorry, guys.
It's so weird how the mom has the way cuter version of the same voice.
And come back to play with you some other time.
Because it's definitely Lucy's VA there, like
Well,
with
shall we
Suzuha.
head that
Or I
direction?
should just say Suzuha's VA.
Is everyone ready to party till next year? Yeah!
Wow.
Let me hear it, guys, one more time. Here's to the best year any of us have ever had. Happy New Year!
To 2010 or 2011. Well, 2020 to us.
The Sony soup is tasty, really.
Unless you're watching this
It's for May Queen's special New Year's
more than
menu,
half a
yeah.
year down the
So
line.
in other words, I'm tasting a bit of Ferris.
Only
Hey!
you could find a way to make soup perverted, Hashida.
These beans
I
are
love
so
soup.
delicious, and they're packed with nutrients too.
Here you go, Nai. Have as much as you want.
Candied chestnuts and mashed potatoes, yum.
I don't know about that.
No way I have room for all that food.
She's adorable. Oh my
If you
god.
don't eat, you won't grow.
So many cute girls.
Too skinny.
You all turned out so
Wow.
well. No, we ran out of tea so fast. Sure did. We can make a quick run to the store and get some.
Or have some soda.
Hello, sir.
It's the landlord dude.
You're back from the shrine already? So where's everyone else?
They're all upstairs at the party.
The two of us are going to get more tea.
Oh yeah? I'll pop by to pick up Nai a little later then. But could you get a message to Okabe for me? Have him text me when the party's over.
Of course.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Oh, it has to do with Kagura, doesn't it? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Interesting. Uh-oh. So it's not... So FB is two different factions here.
What about this one?
Ooh, try it. It's really good.
You gonna look at Okabe's phone? Oh.
Hello, ma'am. Where have you been all night? Hold on. Are you where I think you are?
Whoa, that looks awesome. What is it? Video chat?
Kind of, but not quite.
Why did you
Is that a
open that
friend of
here?
yours?
I'm not even human, actually. I'm artificial intelligence, an AI that Maho helped develop.
And now everyone's gonna
AI,
see...
not I.
For real? Actual artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I assume you're the other members of Okabe's laboratory. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am called Amadeus. I am a program of artificial intelligence constructed from the memories
okay.
of Makise Kurisu.
Yep.
Makise Kurisu, huh?
Yep.
Of course.
It
You must
gives
have
them a
been
weird
with
feeling.
The original me.
Well, I wasn't actually. I only knew about you from your articles in Sciency.
Huh, I'm impressed. If you
Nice.
are reading that magazine, then you must have some level of interest in advanced sciences.
Well, I work with systems and networks that straddle the divide between science and math.
the divide.
Yeah?
Miss AI lady?
In other words, hacking.
Can I play
He's a hack.
No, I'm not a game. I'm real. I'm right here,
I'm
listening to
sorry.
you and having a
It
conversation.
seems cruel to say you should let her go and put her right in your face.
I think of how
I
I
didn't
want to respond,
intend
and
to.
I do it like you would.
Yeah. Oh, it's like she's lecturing them.
No. It's probably better this way.
God damn.
It's painful, but I must keep moving forward regardless.
Always keep moving forward.
As for Kagura,
One of the most
she might
important
resemble
things about
Kurusu
life.
In some ways, but she isn't her at all. Same with Amadeus. It was created from parts of Kurusu, that's indisputable, but it's a separate entity.
Yep.
I can't let my
She does
guilt
act
drag me
different.
down.
She's similar,
That's what
for
you wanted
sure.
to say this whole time, isn't it, Maho?
Oh. Hey, give him a little sucky to make him feel
right.
better.
Kurusu
I mean, what?
protected this world, along with Mayuri and everyone else in it. For her sake, I have to keep protecting it.
Hell yeah.
Never looking back. I don't think Suzuha understands. She still thinks this world isn't right. But now that Kaguri is here, even if she doesn't remember anything,
she's okay.
It'll change.
Oh, by the way, is Okabe there with you?
What now?
What's wrong?
It cut out all of a sudden.
Let me see. My phone seems to be working just fine. I can't connect to the Amadeus server. That's weird. It's never happened before.
Something.
I just wound you. Don't tell me you're broken.
What the fuck?
Not fair. I've taken extra good care of you and everything.
What the fuck?
Do you think the server could be updating or what?
If so, no one thought to tell me about it.
Okabe, someone's coming!
Yeah, he had the vision. It was just like it. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is like literally just like episode 12! Oh my god!
What's going on? Is this a prank?
Nobody move!
The difference is you don't have a time machine though.
Ocarina?
Well,
Not again.
or you don't have a time. I forget what it's called. Lifter? No. Dude, that mask. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the hell? That's a cliffhanger. We'll let the AED run out this time. Holy shit, that was crazy. Erodes your heart. Look at him laughing there. I miss you, Hoey. God. Baton and universe. Oh, hello, Kurisu. Last game. Last game. Awesome. I love that ED. I might love that ED more in the OP. It's hard to compare like EDs and OPs because like it's easy to compare EDs against EDs and OPs against OPs because there are certain OPs that feel very ED, and sometimes even some EDs that feel very OP, although the latter is less likely. But EDs just have like a completely different style. I feel like OPs, like they're usually not necessarily upbeat, but they're usually either like they're rockin' or they're powerful or they're fun. Whereas EDs tend to either be sad or just soft or hushed a bit. You know, typically. So that's kind of like a just general thematic difference between opening themes and ending themes. But that's a great ending theme. I mean, it's almost entirely in English. At least the minute and a half that plays in the ED. It's called Last Game. I saw that from the credits. Like I said, I'll look more into because I'm very interested in the Steins Gate songs. I look into a lot of them. Like, I looked into a bunch when I finished Steins Gate and stuff, and I'll look into more when I finish Zero, of course. But no, that's a really good song, and both of the songs are cool. But, yeah. So that was episode 6. And it appears episode 6 is going to kind of be the episode 12 in a sense, except the difference is, again, because time travel is probably not going to come into a play for considerably longer. At least, well, I mean, maybe by around the same time, like around episode 12, 13, in that range or whatever it might. But it seems like time travel is not going to come into play anytime soon. So while this is a bit of a turning point in the drama of the series, and we're kind of out of the kind of slow build, and we're entering the chaos of the remaining... What do we have? We have... I want to say the remaining 17 episodes of Steins Gate Zero is where we kind of get like all the chaos and stuff, and that's going to obviously be very interesting. But yeah, I don't know what to expect, honestly, out of this. It's going to be very, very cool, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to see narratively what they do with this, because, like I said, he can't travel back in time, at least not he can't just go into the room and, boop, beep, boop, go back and fix things. So I'm very curious, because obviously that's the thing. Like, no one died here. It's not like episode 12 where Mayuri gets shot and dies, right? I'd say spoilers, but again, we're later in the same series. If you're watching Steins Gate 0 before Steins Gate, I don't know what to tell you. You got a problem. But obviously, it's very interesting, because what's going on here is that no one's died yet, so we don't know the resolution of this scene. And we noticed that FB Braun noticed what happened, and obviously his daughter, I believe, is in there. So I think what makes this different. We also noticed that Shining Finger was not in the group. Shining Finger, of course, in episode 12 and subsequent episodes of Steins Gate, she's got the full leather outfit and she has her pistol and everything, and she was kind of leading the Rounders on their mission to capture Daru, Okabe, and Kurisu, and then obviously they kill Mayuri, and that's their mission, is to kill Mayuri and to capture Daru, Okabe, and Makase. While some of these people, it could have something to do with that, it could have to do with CERN, it also might not be CERN. I don't know. It might be CERN, but it might not necessarily be Braun and Shining Finger, or it could be. It's very possible that no, I don't think Shining, I think it was a dude, but whoever's behind the mask, it could be Braun himself. There's a lot of things, but, they're watching, and who knows who knows who's in charge of this, who knows who's doing this and all that, who knows? It's going to be really interesting to find out, because there's a lot of weird stuff going on in these episodes, and I'm very curious to see where this goes as it pertains to both of them, because what's interesting about it, right, is Kurisu. Wait, what the fuck was I gonna say? God, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry about that, but there was something interesting about it that I was gonna talk about. But whatever the case may be, I saw some spit flying there. I apologize for that, but whatever the case may be, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in these last 17 episodes. I completely lost my train of thought and where I was going with that, so I'm just going to move on. Really the whole gang is there. We have pretty much everyone that was there when the episode 12 thing happened in the OG Steins Gate, plus pretty much all the new characters are there as well. So pretty much the whole gang of Steins Gate 0 cast is pretty much all there for whatever is about to happen. And this makes episode 7, without a doubt, my most anticipated episode so far. As again, episode 6 is turning out to be a bit of a turning point episode. And yeah, it was Orbital. It had a crazy name. It wasn't Orbital Collapse. It was Orbital something, and it was a crazy name. But I could probably check real quick if I wanted to, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. It'll be very interesting to see where they go with this. And we haven't seen... There's been no real Kurisu. There's been a lot of teases. There's between Kana. I'm remembering her fake name. Why? I said her real name a million times. I never forgot it. I don't know why I'm forgetting her real name now. Oh, Kaguri. It was Kaguri. Kaguri, and we have Amadeus, but we don't have Kurisu. So there's been a lot of teases of Kurisu, but we haven't actually gotten to see the real Kurisu. And I honestly don't know if we're going to see her in this show. I don't know. It'd be weird. It feels like it would be really weird to do the whole series without proper Kurisu. But then again, isn't that what Amadeus is filling the role of Kurisu in the series? In actually, not in the sense of from a character standpoint of being that secondary main character, but just from the pure standpoint of putting Kurisu in the series in a unique way. So you have Kurisu, and we get to see Kurisu and interact with Kurisu and all that, without actually, for plot reasons, Kurisu is the whole plot in a sense. So it's yeah, this is an interesting like way to have Kurisu without having Kurisu. So yeah, Kurisu's probably not going to be in the show properly until the end, when they likely figure everything out and get to Steins Gate. And I would assume, like I said, I would assume that the Okabe from this timeline is going to be the Okabe that helps the Okabe in episode 23, the one that calls Okabe in episode 23 of Steins Gate, and all that happens. So that's what I'm expecting, but we'll see what happens. Whatever the case may be, it should be really interesting. I'm really excited to find out how this all goes. So that's pretty much it. So I think I've said everything I wanted to. I think I had a thought or two that I just kind of lost, and it's not the end of the world. If it comes back to me, I'll talk about it before we react to episode 7. I don't know what to expect for future Steins Gate reactions. Like I said, I have 17 episodes left. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to split them. I'll probably talk with a few people about that. There might be some big Steins Gate reactions coming. I'm not entirely sure. Or I might just kind of do them a little that. Because obviously, last time I did like 7 to 12, and I did, 13 to 16, 17 and 20. Those weren't that big. But I mean, I did some big ones. Like I did, I guess 7 to 12 was my biggest one. But for a short series especially, though, those are big chunks when you're talking about, there was a video where I did over a fifth of OG Steins Gate in one video, so that was pretty big. Especially since I tend to go on and ramble when we do Steins Gate. And I didn't feel like I did it too much in this video, but I probably did it more than I think, because I know I did it a ton in 1 to 3 was over 2 hours, and this, I doubt it was 2 hours, but it's probably closer to 2 hours than I think. So anyways, I'm going to cut it off there. Hopefully the video comes out really well. Like I said, I'm hoping that the lighting looks good. I think it does. I'm hoping I look good and you can kind of like see me well. I'm hoping I look really clear and it actually looks like 1080p for once. And I'm hoping that the frames it should be like 30 frames and everything per second, and everything should be good there. So I'm hoping everything worked out there. I've been having some issues with those. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gradually working through the process of making everything the way I want it to be. So anyways, Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.